I've been a cosmetology student for almost 2 years now. Being a student in the beauty industry, you learn a lot about hair, skin, and nails. To most people on the outside, it can seem as though it's strictly onto beauty, aesthetic, and vanity. So just about being pretty to them. And it can be all those things. But our end goal is helping people. And that can be in more ways than you
New at
think.
6, human trafficking. It is a major problem across the country.
People consider it modern day slavery.
When we go have our nails done or get our hair cut or styled, we could be sitting right alongside a victim of human trafficking.
Any job that I had leading up to the beauty industry, it was always connected to human trafficking.
Through education and training, we can prevent this exploitation from happening.
I now know that this girl was definitely in danger.
According to the U.S. Department of State, an estimated of 27.6 million people worldwide at any given time will be preyed on by human traffickers. People of all ages, backgrounds, and nationalities are at risk of being exploited at any time for a human trafficker's own profit. When talking about human trafficking in the beauty industry, a very frequently asked question is, what does this have to do with being in the salon? What does this have to do with the beauty industry? What people don't know is that when you're getting into cosmetology, one of the very first things you learn is the importance of human trafficking for many reasons. And it's important to know the difference between sex trafficking and then labor trafficking. The difference between the two is sex trafficking is the recruitment, harboring, transportation, or soliciting of a person for the purpose of a commercial sex act. So for example, a lot of times in the beauty industry, workers will see victims come in under the guise of a pimp. Pimps can force victims to get certain services like waxes, makeup, nail, or hair services, most likely to change their appearance and transport them to the next location without raising any suspicion. On the other hand, labor trafficking is transporting victims by coercion, threat, or fraud to perform labor services. This can often happen with immigrants, mostly from Asian countries, who are working hardly livable wages and being taken advantage of through a language barrier. Human trafficking is very difficult to spot, which is why cosmetologists are very thoroughly trained on how to see the signs. A few signs for labor trafficking can be working unusually long hours, or working without taking breaks or very little breaks, so very bad working conditions, or working in places with high security measures and often barely getting paid or only getting paid in tips. And then signs of sex trafficking can include a client being in constant surveillance by their partner or whoever is with them, strange bruising around their neck, or if a client's very reserved, not making eye contact with you, or before the service or while giving the service, the person who's with the client is talking for them, not letting them make their own decisions. And things like that is what's important to look out for when trying to see the signs of human trafficking. Ways to help the victims of human trafficking is to look out for the signs that I previously said before, and if you do spot these signs, you need to call the National Human Trafficking Hotline, 1-888-373-7888. Another way, which is actually a requirement by the state of Texas for salons, is to have a human trafficking poster hidden in a discreet location like in the bathroom, behind a door, hopefully for a client to see it and contact the help they need. Educate yourself and others to prevent human trafficking. It stops here.